Alright, it's time for another shipping container house update. As you can see, I've made quite a bit of progress since the last video. I'm getting pretty sloppy with making the videos, to be honest. I'll try and be better as I get more work done. But obviously I've got other stuff on as well. So you can see I got the bed in the end. It fits really nicely. I've just sort of made a bit of a frame for it. It's really quite good because it means I can get a lot of the stuff that's been filling up the floor space and chuck it under the bed. That's how you know that you've made a real house, when you want to start throwing all your junk underneath the bed. Alright, so since the last video, I've started work on my rocket mass heater. So those of you that don't know what a rocket mass heater is, basically it was designed to burn wood very, very efficiently. So this is only sort of half of it. I'm building out of fire bricks. And what it does is it burns the wood sort of horizontally in this bit here. You put wood sticks down here. I'd recommend looking them up on YouTube. There's loads of good videos if you just type in rocket mass heaters. And then there'll be a chimney bit coming up here, and the metal barrel that's behind me that I've had for a long time will be part of the heat riser. And then you have like a bit of a bench made out of cob, which is like a dirt sort of clay mixture. And what that does is it extracts the heat out of the exhaust and prevents it from being lost out of the chimney. So it means it burns very, very efficiently. You can extract a lot of the energy in the wood out without being wasteful. Another good thing about it is because it's got a lot of thermal mass, is it'll stay warm for a very long time. So you can just burn a very, very intense fire that if you burnt it in a sort of traditional metal box style wood burner, you just heat your house up to an insane level and you just wouldn't be able to stand it. But because it's got such a thermal mass, you can burn it really, really hot, really, really quickly, and it means that that heat will be released throughout the day, depending on how much mass that you do have. So yeah, I've just sort of started with these fire bricks. I'm just sort of laying them out, trying to figure out what I want to do with it. I'm going to need some more, obviously, because I've run out already. Fire bricks is probably the more expensive route to go if you are building a rocket mass heater. When I say expensive, some people build these rocket mass heaters for like, you know, sub $50. You know, you get the barrels for free, and they build it out of cob, which is, you can dig up the clay if you have the right area. Whereas this is probably going to cost like $200 or something. So as far as a wood burning stove goes, it's not expensive at all. But yeah, it's a bit of a learning curve for me. Hopefully when it's finished, it will be able to transform the space, because I really feel like having a central heat source is going to change everything. I mean, it's quite cosy as it is now. It's nice to have the strip of light in, and some of the trim's finished, which I can show you in a second. But yeah, having this complete I think is really going to change everything. Yeah, so I was talking about this piece of trim between the two doors in the last video. Just managed, like I said in the last one, I just put a piece of strip down and screwed it to the right hand side. Pretty easy, the door still opens fine. Still got the lights up here and the fan in the corner. I've put a little bit more electrical stuff in. It's a bit of a mess, so do excuse that. Basically, the only addition really is this circuit breaker, just a bit of a safety measure. However, this one is it's a DC circuit breaker. You must use DC circuit breakers with a DC system, as in batteries and things. The AC ones, you know, it's a bit and ah whether they work or not. You're better off just getting a DC one. They're not that expensive. This one is rated at 100 amps, I believe, or 125, so that's way overkill for the stuff that I'm doing at the minute, the lights and stuff, but that's going to be the main breaker that shuts everything down. And then I've got another 10 amp one that I haven't put into the system yet. You might be wondering what this thing is. This thing is a current shunt, so it's the part of the system that's measuring the energy being used. So if I grab the screen, alright, so there's the screen. I can't get much closer because it'll go out of focus. It just shows you sort of how much power you're using. That massive LED strip up on the ceiling uses a lot of power. But you know, it doesn't matter too much because it's a really good work light. It really helps out. Yeah, and this is wireless as well. It's plugged in at the minute, but I can have this anywhere. If I plug it into USB, it'll read this. If you want to get one of these, I think it's the company that make them is called Ming-He. If you search on YouTube, you can find some reviews of them. They're very, very cheap, but they're really, really useful. So I've got a few things running off it, like a USB charger and a little temperature sensor thing here that I made out of an Arduino. But yeah, there's not a lot of change with the electrics. I have got a heated blanket that I'm putting into the bed soon, so that'll draw quite a bit of power, I would imagine, but it will make it a bit more comfortable to stay in if I want to stay in it. Also, how could I forget, I have a functioning light switch now, which when I put that in I was quite excited about, because I actually think it looks quite good. It's fairly neat. The cable runs behind that trim in the corner and behind one of these and over to the switch and obviously up and onwards. But yeah, that's so convenient compared to having headlights and stuff in my past videos. You've probably seen me. It was such a faff trying to get any work done, but this is so much easier now. Alright, so I'll just wrap up this video. Yeah, basically the next big project is to get on with the rocket stove, which is going to be it's going to be really good fun. Hopefully when it's finished, like I say, it's going to be a great addition. And then once that's finished, I can start doing add-ons to it. I was wanting to do a thermoelectric generator project at some point, and hopefully I'll be doing some water heating off it at some point as well. So yeah, really excited about that one. But yeah, from now, just keep cracking on with all the little bits and jobs, and I'll have to get some more bricks for this rocket stove. So thanks for continuing to watch the videos. I know there's massive gaps in between them. I should be a bit more on it really. If you want to catch my next video, if you just subscribe to my channel, it'll give you a notification when I put the next one out. Alright, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.